How we going, guys? Daniel from Explorer Caravan Sales Adelaide, and today I want to run you guys through the brand new Franklin 2026 spec X Factor. And my God, have they stepped it up. We're going to run through all the brand new features. Let's just jump straight into it. Yeah, as you can see, a brand new dark metallic grey cladding, absolutely sexy, brand new decals, and I am actually in love with these decals. We'll get a little closer look in a second. One of the newest features and one of the big standouts of the 2026 spec is the larger toolbox. So Franklin have decided to upgrade the size to a TB 1600 to 1600mm wide, but then they've also gone and had a laser cut wood box or just a little storage compartment which you can tie down extra things. We all love taking extra things when we go traveling, so the more storage we have, the better. But that'll have two slides, so a slide door side to fit either a fridge or just your Weber or your Ziggy or your barbecues. On the other side we'll have a nice another slide out as well for your generators or extra water, whatever you want to bring on board. Along with that, there's a few extra upgrades, one of which is this beautiful looking picnic table, pantry picnic table, so 1 metre wide or 900 wide. And just a little bit more shelving for outdoor cooking. We all love cooking out in inductions these days, which you'll be able to cook off induction on this van as well. It's another feature that we'll talk about very soon. But yeah, extra little touch there. We absolutely love it. It looks brilliant. It matches with all the dark grey features that we have on this van. Along with that, all Franklin X Factors are still going to have your gas bayonet for your barbecue, galvanised tunnel boot. You're always going to have your external entertainment hatch, so if you're wanting to come outside, sit under the awning on a hot day, watch the cricket, watch Australia smash the Brits, you've got that here as well. So that'll have USB points, 12 volt socket, coax point and 240 power point. Along with that, as a 2025 spec as well, we had the amber LED lighting, so dual switch lighting as well. Always going to have the upgraded Fusion speakers, crimp safe mesh door, which we always talk about, nice and easy to clean and maintain, 3-point locking system, nice curved door so we're not damaging that awning vinyl as well, drop down blind. We'll shoot around. Obviously 20 years of manufacturing, something that we talk about and bang on all the time here at the dealership is investing in a brand that's been in the industry for a long time and a brand name that's been in the industry for a lot longer. So Franklin 70 odd years, but the manufacturing group that put these together have been together for over 20 years now, built over 18,000 caravans. That says a lot about who they are as a company, but also the quality that you get within the caravan shows as well. That's a long time customer feedback, R&D, refinements, growth within the company with machinery, everything in-house. So a big testament to them, 20 years. RVMAP accredited and 100% Australian made, making sure that you are investing in Australian products. Now we'll come around here. So brand new decals again, new look, nice and neat. I absolutely love it. I think it looks brilliant. So an extra feature that the 2026 spec has brought out is another, well, 2 jerry can holders at the rear bumper, but also a 3-arm rear bumper. So it's reinforced for more weight. Whether you want to take these ones off and put an outrigger for your boat or whatever you wanted to put, it's reinforced for those things. We'll shoot around. Obviously, X Factors are all going to have floodlights front and rear, but we've also got annex lights around the whole entire caravan. So if you are off grid, in the middle of nowhere, and you want to figure out exactly where things are and know that you're safe around your caravan, all those lights are going to light up absolutely everything. Now, standard X Factors are always going to have the 900mm checker plate. We've added an external shower onto this because we think it's an essential thing. Washing your feet off, washing yourselves off. Me, when I go for a surf, I like to wash the surfboards off, get the salt off the surfboards. Now another really awesome feature that Franklin have brought out in 2026 for the X Factors is the quick fill manifold system for their water tanks. So they've absolutely eliminated your water fillers. So it eliminates any issues that could potentially happen if the customer hasn't quite used their pump and their water tank on or their mains properly, and they've created an airlock that now eliminates that issue completely. And what it does is eliminates time spent filling the water tanks as well. So underneath here, instead of having a water filler, we just plug into your normal inlet, but we'll have two little on and off switches which isolate towards your tanks. So we can basically plug this in directly here, open up the tanks so we can fill these up directly, and when they're full, they're just going to spit out the breathers located underneath the van. So a lot quicker fill up, complete usage of the water tanks as well, so less water sitting at the top of the tank. We're getting 100% usage out of the water. I'll shut them off. X-Factors always come with the heavy duty checker plate wheel spats. A massive feature, one of the biggest ones for 2026 that they've brought out is an upgrade in suspension. So they've now upgraded from Alco Enduro X suspension to Cruisemaster XT coil suspension, which is a massive upgrade. That is now standard across all Franklin X-Factors, and the ability to upgrade to airbags if the customer wants as well. Moving along, we'll jump inside and we'll talk about the electrical system in a minute, but just to sort of run off on the top of my head, 400 amps of lithium, which was standard, but now we've doubled the solar, so it's 800 watts of solar standard, paired with the projector power pack, so 180 amp hour charger, 3000 watt inverter, 45 amp solar MPPT solar egg, a 30 amp DC-DC charger, a 500 amp shunt, 7-inch IntelliGrid touchscreen display, which will give you all the information when you're off grid, your water levels, your inverter switches, all your separate light fuses, everything all placed into one little 7-inch display, which is an absolute game changer for this. Absolutely sets you up for all off-grid. So that's wired, that 3000 watt inverter is wired to all GPOs, your microwave, your air conditioner. Still got to test it out. That same system we found got 3 to 4 hours on a sunny day out of the air conditioning before we killed the batteries. That is also give or take whether you are using microwave and other appliances. But it's all gauged to help you feel more comfortable on the road, and we absolutely love that feature that they've brought out. Basically bringing everything that you need off-road into one Caravan, so you don't need to option anything else. What we'll do is we'll shoot around just to the other side of this toolbox, and I can't wait to jump you inside, but we'll just show you the stone guard's always been a standard feature. The other side of that big toolbox, so you can see having that wider toolbox, you can have a fridge, a generator, a barbecue on either side, so you're absolutely set up for however you want to travel. Now, the DO35 is always a standard feature. 2 9-kilo gas bottles, always a standard feature, and always filled up for you here at Explorer Caravans. We're not going to charge you for something like that, but let's jump inside and show you what's new on the inside in the X-Factor 2026 spec. Now, just before we head inside, and I know you're pretty keen to get in there, just wanted to talk about 3 other major factors that Franklin have brought into their 2026 range. Now, aluminium frame with Henrob rivets, 1-piece honeycomb floor, and also 1-piece composite roofing. So saving a considerable amount of weight to enable us to add these bigger toolboxes and these other features, keeping the weight practically where it was with a decent payload under 3.5 tonne without upgrading your car. And we'll shoot across. Just before we head in though, another little thing that they've done is they've actually folded their checker plate on their wall frames to hug the wall frame. A lot neater, a lot harsher, or built for harsher roads, harsher conditions, a lot easier to seal the Caravan, and it just looks a lot better. It's finished a lot nicer than having just your rubber J molding, less silicone to play around with. Now let's jump inside, guys, and show you what the 2026 has got to offer. Okay, here we are in the Franklin 2026 spec X-Factor, and woo! We nailed it with the colours, nice and neutral. Now, not a huge amount of change in 2026 internally, but there are a few options that have changed. So we did speak about the electrical system, the projector power pack. So let's just show you where all of that has been broken up into the van to create more space and not take up too much storage. Underneath the bed, we'll have the 3000 watt inverter and 180 amp hour charger, all completely divided and vented. So still, as you can see, maintaining quite a significant amount of room and storage underneath the bed. Then what they've done in this little corner pocket, which is where they usually kept their BM Pro system, we've got the DC-DC charger, the auxiliary controller, all tucked in there with a lot of fuses, along with your Truma AquaGo instantaneous hot water system controls and your isolation for your 240 for your air conditioner. Now, overhead, they've just tucked in this hidden little cupboard, which we always talk about, the hidden cupboard, your 40 amp MPPT solar controller, and upgraded their solar fuses, all compliant with the current regulations in the industry. Now, let's just talk about a few standard features in an X Factor that have always been standard. So upgraded leather is a standard feature within the lounge on all X Factors. So not just your fake leather, a genuine leather, nice and soft, nice and durable, and a wide range of colour selections that we can take you through in the colours room here at Explorer Caravans. Your black tapware, your 3-in-1 integrated filter tap is also standard. Franklin have also brought out gold taps, white sink, with also no drainers if that was a preference for our customers. Another feature that is standard now in 2026 is your Sirocco fans. So something that we don't need to add on anymore into an order. The customers asked and Franklin listened. So Sirocco fans are standard, 2 Sirocco fans in the bedroom. If you're wanting to add an extra Sirocco fan in the lounge area or in bunks with family vans, we can always add them as well. You still have your 190 litre compressor Dometic fridge standard. We still have your full complete oven with recessed stove standard. Now, if you wanted to remove the oven and just have the stove top here and the griller and create a nice deep pot drawer, that can be optioned as well. Personally, that's what I would be doing. I don't really cook too much in the oven when I'm off grid. Most of the time it's out on the Weber. So good little tip just to add more storage within the Caravan. We will also have USB-Cs in your nooks as per 2025 X Factor specs as well. Stuff that we always bang on about is the kind of blind. So 2 types of blinds, concertina versus flat blind. We do not sell a brand without the flat blinds for the obvious reasons. Now, if you're watching and you haven't tuned into our YouTube, we talk about this quite a lot because there's a difference between you sleeping in or not, basically. The concertinas are going to let light through with those rods. The blackout blinds going to be a lot easier to clean and maintain than a concertina catching dust. But also those rods that let light through, when they're ran through a fly screen, over time they'll start to cut that fly screen and then therefore not midgie proof. So really important thing just to look out for, but obviously we're going to have them in our Franklin X Factor as well. Again, all double glazed windows, user-friendly handles, nice and big. We can pop these open all the way out, 3 clicking points. If we wanted to have privacy and ventilation at the same time, we have that ability to do so. And just one other thing with this flat blind finish, obviously we can clean and maintain this, but being flat on the other side of it, you've got the ability to have a reflective material, which is what these guys have on their blinds. So reflective material, reflecting heat, keeping the van more insulated, along with that double glazed window. Now, smart TV is a standard feature. Something that they also have updated into 2026 is a Hawk flatbed microwave instead of just your turntable as well. So nice little feature, all blacked out surround. Moving along, Franklin X Factors are obviously going to have those footrests. So down here in this little bit of dead space, instead of having a footrest that flips up, it's flimsy, you can't figure out how to drop it down. 2 benefits here. We are not breaking something that's brittle, but we're also maintaining storage. So a flip up footrest is going to lose quite a significant amount of storage, and as you know, we're always trying to look for more spaces to store things. So having the storage maintained, but then also having a pull-out footrest where we can slot this in here on a rainy day, stick our feet in, stick our feet up, swivel the smart TV around and have a nice and comfortable afternoon while it's pissing down with the rain outside. So that's just another thing that's always been standard, but we always talk about. Hydraulic table has also always been a standard feature in the X Factor, but the ability to maneuver this around to benefit having our feet up, but also the ability to drop this down and slot those 2 cushions in to potentially make an extra bed if you are kicked out of bed for snoring, or you want to bring grandkids or anyone else along the ride. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to swing right around and just show you something that's a little bit new in the 2026 spec, and I absolutely love it. 2025 spec, we had the Hollywood mirror. We wanted to optimize more storage within the Caravan, so Franklin have come out with the mirrored medicine cabinets. So another feature that had been asked about for some time now, and they have absolutely delivered. So all your toiletries in a nice and convenient place, and more storage for that. As you can see, plenty of storage here. Still maintaining that nice drawer underneath your sink as well, which something that Kia, the owner of Franklin, has done is actually imported his own sink, so he can still have a drawer right underneath the sink with the plumbing right in the corner of the sink. Your ceramic toilet bowl is always going to be a standard feature, just to top that off. And as you can see in this ensuite, we've got plenty of storage within this ensuite. So heaps of towel space, linen cupboards, whatever you want to put in there, extra toiletries, all your makeup for the missuses out there, or misters, and a massive shower, black shower rail, one-piece fiberglass, floor-to-ceiling shower, so no silicone joins down the bottom. Always pointing out those things to keep an eye out when you're looking at a Caravan, and then the fiberglass aqua paneling as well. So, which is a part of the one-piece roof, which before was ply roof. They always had that aqua panel. Now it's just one piece. We don't have that ability or problem dealing with condensation affecting ply potentially in a wet area. Guys, I believe we've pretty much covered everything. There is a dust reduction system, Dometic dust reduction vent standard. This particular Caravan, we decided to upgrade that to a Caravan, just a little bit more output for pressurizing the Caravan. And one other thing, they did upgrade their Fusion stereo, so better technology, a lot easier to control internal and external speakers, and a little digital display as well. So guys, that wraps up a massive walkthrough on the Franklin 2026 X Factor, and we've already sold 5 of these before they even released because the specs were so great, and they have absolutely delivered. We are so stoked with how it's all finished up. If you guys are keen to come on and have a look, we have this van in stock. So get in to Explorer Caravans, the corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road, and we'll sort you out a brand new Franklin X Factor.